Hey guys, welcome to another episode. I'm your host, the Cartoon Dude, and the winners of the last episode are... If you want to win a shout out, hit that subscribe button with notifications on and comment that you did. I'll randomly announce a winner in the next episode. Today we're drawing the story of an intriguing and mysterious monster. He's not a creature of nature. He's man-made. The man-made meatball. Isn't that weird? Why would we create a monster against us? We'll just get into that in a minute. The most disturbing fact about this monster itself is that we made him. And we're paying off those days for what we did. The meatball is essentially a ball made out of meat. It's almost the size of a human. The meatball is one of the most dangerous monsters we've ever had. The ball is made of meat, which makes it totally red in color. There will be blood dripping from the ball all the time. The ball moves around by rolling. I'm saying balls way too much, and I don't feel good about it. Moving on, wherever it rolls, there will be a trail made of blood. The meatball has two big round eyes on the surface. These eyes do not have a particular place on the meatball's body. They roll around with the movement of the meatball. They'll come in front when the meatball encounters a victim. Basically, all directions around the monster is being watched by these moving eyes. So, how does this not-so-big meatball attack humans? What does he do to the humans? The meatball is in search of its food all the time. It's thirsty and hungry. When it spots a human, the meatball will start chasing him or her. The meatball attacks humans only at nighttime. With the help of streetlight, humans might be able to spot him sometimes. However, they'll never think that it's something dangerous. It will just look like another object on the street. We might think it's a prop or advertisement. Most of the times, humans will realize the presence of a sentient ball only when he starts moving towards them. Slowly, its speed will increase, and soon there will be a fast-spinning ball approaching you. Obviously, the first instinct is to run. The human will run as fast as he can to save himself. After some time, he won't be able to outpace the ball and he'll have to slow down. Now comes the real horror part. Once the ball gets the human tired and slowed down, there will be tentacles coming out of the meatball. These are spaghetti-like long structures, which will come out in all directions from the meatball. They're strong and flexible. They'll project out in rapid movements and catch hold of the human. The spaghetti will intertwine together to make a mesh, which will scoop up the human towards the meatball. The man will be pushed inside the meatball, which is squishy, like a marshy land. Once the human is inside, he'll be crushed and splashed into meat, which will be added to the body of the meatball. The meatball will drink the human's blood as well, without wasting a drop. Authorities were shocked when they first saw the footage of this attack. This is unlike any other monster. The meatball attacks at least 5 people in one night. How many lives would have been lost by this time? And there will be no evidence of the attack the next morning. The person will be simply deemed as missing. Only when an attack footage was accidentally found, the whole story kind of unraveled. So, how was the meatball formed? Is it really man-made? We're all aware of the meat grinding machine, which is a dangerous monster. The meat grinder was formed because of the ignorance and cruelty of humans. A lot of animals were ground to make sausages and other eatables. The bad energies of those meat caused the grinder to become a sentient monster. Now the meat grinder came out and ate a lot of humans. The ground meat was always excess in the machine, which is being dropped and dumped anywhere and everywhere. They will eventually decay and decompose. However, one of those meatballs were different. It didn't decompose. It had something different within it. It had life. The meatball was itself a moving and living being. It had hunger and thirst. Little did we know that it's a monster in itself. The meatball's attack and murder style is one of the scariest among all. It's understood that the meatball was not this big when he was created. He's increasing in size as he consumes more and more humans. It's making him stronger as well. At one point, the meatball will have the size of a mountain and will be attacking humans. If at all there is a chance of killing the meatball, it's now. The more we delay it, this is going to be impossible. Officials have tried bursting the meatball with rifles and bombs. At first, it seemed to be working. The meatball was scattered into pieces, and there was no ball at all. However, within seconds, the meat pieces started moving toward each other and crawled up to become a full ball again. The bombing was done many times to see if the ball loses its capacity to merge back. Surprisingly, the meat pieces were so strong that any amount of injury was not damaging them. They're burst apart due to the impact. The cells are not damaged or destroyed by gun or bomb. Authorities also tried to burn down the thing. Fireballs were used to attack the ball. This also didn't work. The meatball is fire resistant and does not burn or melt in fire. The cell behavior is like an advanced polymer which is not destroyed even by ages of decomposition. It's also observed that the meatball can fly high in the sky. At times when humans attacked the meatball with planned moves, the meatball had risen high in the sky to defend the attack. It was a revelation that he can swift faster in the air than its spinning speed on land. This move is only used at rare occasions when the meatball has to toughen up a bit. Maybe we know very little about this monster. Maybe there's a whole lot to know and explore. It's possible that the meatball is more dangerous than what we think. Only time will tell what all mysteries he's hiding inside his fleshy body. So, there guys. That was the Draw My Life video. If you like horror stories like this, hit that subscribe button so that you won't miss any episode. See you in the next one, and stay safe.